Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin's 2 Honor Mode Run Plus, where we have twice the amount of enemies and only 1/4 of the XP. We are halfway through the Blood Moon Isle, and now it is time to explore the rest. That was, I think, one of the 2 only random fights, so to speak. It's going to be a little bit more soon. But yeah, really,
what happened to them?
there isn't much more happening. Lots of the island is just us running around. And I feel the island, by the way, as a quest area almost feels a little bit rushed. They have a lot of linear quests and like pretty modular quests, I would say. They aren't particularly well designed, and also the dialogues are also probably not the best ones in the game. So it feels like this area here maybe has been done at the more back end of the game development, which would make sense, because they would have probably focused around Act 1 mainly. So yeah. The silver bars here are going to be important later, so definitely pick them up.
The great forge is black with a sort of...
And we only have 1 silver bar at the moment, I suppose. Yeah, there's only 1. We need at least a second one. With them, we are creating keys, or levers rather, and the levers are going to help us a little bit later down the road. So this is where the archive location is at. It's really straightforward. You just need a minimum of wits in order to detect it. Again, if you don't have enough wits, use peace of mind and you will find it. I haven't skilled a lot of wits on Syken, so it couldn't be that hard to find. Nice little extra XP that we got there. And there are a couple of things that we definitely would want to do. Number 1, we want to read and pick up the Archivist Journal, because that contains the information for the Elven Song that we will need. Generally, now that we go through all of this here, I would advise you to take the big books with you, just in case you need it and don't want to come back all the time. If you are into scroll crafting in this game, then this here will be a perfect location for you, because hundreds and hundreds of rows of books. There's, I think, 1 fixed book over here, which is an onslaught book. So a legendary skill. We already have that, but in case you are short on money, which you shouldn't be, here's a nice little skill that you can get. Good, there is going to be yet another ghost right where we are standing. Kind of talking about all sorts of medical reports. I think she was the archivist and at the same time also the assistant of a mad doctor, and a lot of the story here will evolve around the doctor. Because the doctor in reality is being possessed by an archdemon. So, talking to her, progressed a lot of the quests. We're going to go into the next room very soon. There is going to be the Force Pyramid. Then we have all of the teleportation pyramids. Here's the Onslaught book, by the way, that I was talking about. Good, I think we got almost all of the containers. Now we got them all. Good. Let's get the pyramid. And here's the unusual blade, which is the second half of
It's a the object
which is the second half of
Another oddity, it
our
would seem.
artifact that we needed to get.
Spoke to me.
I can feel my source power draining at the mirror's touch. I can feel my source power draining at the mirror's touch. Tenebrium.
Another pyramid. How very useful.
Okay. We should have progress on all of the quests. We read a book reporting about a failing exorcism of a child. We'll get to that in a second. We read the Arcanist journal and understand about the ancestor tree. That's going to be important. We found a tomb that detailed a case of possession. Also important later. And we discovered that the ancestor tree in the middle of it is an elf called Alinessa, kind of the predecessor of Seville. And yeah, we can now talk to it. Soon. Like not right now, but soon. So that was the archive. There is one more fight we're going to do right here against the Black Ring. Shouldn't be too difficult. And there's one more little mini dungeon which we're going to do right here as well. Good. All of our guys are in combat immediately, which is fine. The only one I'm afraid about is the queues down here, which means we're just going to go down and motivate him to directly taunt us. To taunt us directly. Come on, taunt us. No? Good, he almost begged to be killed first. But that's fine. like it. Good, we can kill him, and with him gone, there is no more potential enemy that can CC us. There we go. Wow, I misclicked that so bad. Normally the dogs are supposed to be physically strong with armor and just mentally relatively weak. But we're dealing that much physical damage, just purely out of the attacks of opportunity, they already die. Which is hilarious. Wow, 800. Average hits non-crit. That was a corpse explosion. Well played, sir. So they have this huge advantage of using corpse explosions, but they also have a huge disadvantage. They are squishy, very, very squishy. Oh boy. So that guy is knocked down, and this guy here just dies. And we're not even playing that very safe, so... Although being level 15, which is almost correct level for us, I mean, well, we're level 17, so... Maybe we're already a little bit over leveled.
Glory is mine.
Yeah, the AI is so bad. So the black ring here,
Black ring.
most of the guys died,
Death fog that got them, or something else.
or were turned into these monstrosities. There is another silver bar, exactly what we needed.
The spirit of a black...
They didn't want me and orders. One of my...
The spirit utters a...
Good. So, off to the next dungeon, and afterwards we're going for the ancestor tree.
Was it never used?
So this is one of the non-used crypts. I think it contains nothing, to be honest. The other crypts, the ones that were generic, the ones where I told you they are generic, they all contain one of the monsters or one of the possessed creatures from demons. So we're going to go and deal with them right after we finish the central piece. Now, as a preparation, since we're anyways here, we have 2 silver bars, which will be enough for what we intend to do. Basically, with them,
The great forge is black with...
we'll visit the ancient forge, and we're combining
Nice.
them
Wonder what
in
makes it
order to
useful.
get these levers here. Silver lever shaft. That's exactly what we will need for the dungeons. If you're doing the encounter against the Black Ring, I'd highly recommend to approach them from here. I do have a strategy that worked quite well for me. You might want to use it as well. And we're going to do that once we start the next video. So Black Ring fight in the next video.